And we are recording.
Hi, welcome to LoJoLife. Today I am here to interview my good friend Tara the Foodie. So we just got done doing a video for her channel, Tara the Foodie, and we made a delicious dish of homemade macaroni and cheese from scratch and some fried chicken cutlets. And it was great. And we did it because I'm a single dad and I am not the best in the kitchen. And we were talking about how we could come up with a video for simple recipes for single dads. Go figure. So it was great. It was a blast. You'll be able to check out the video in the link below. In the meantime, hey Tara, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Pat?
I'm doing well. I'm fat and fed. I gotta. You helped me put together one heck of a dish.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
It was so good. You did such a good job.
Well, thank you.
Really delicious.
I had a good coach. You put together the game plan. I just executed it.
Thank you.
It was very good. But I've known Tara for a couple of years now. We go to the same yoga studio. I met her and her man back in
my man
back in a couple of years ago, and we really hit it off. We got a lot in common. And they helped me with my not music videos. They helped me with my videos, actually, with just this content. So it's really great to have you on.
Thank you.
So I guess let's start from the beginning. What initially got you into wanting to do a food channel?
Oh, well, I had done food blogging for several years before. Probably a good 4 or 5 years, I had a blog called Foodie, which it still exists out there. I just don't do anything to keep it up or anything. Okay. So it's kind of like a relic. But I've always loved to cook, and I've always loved to teach people how to cook, or to, as I say on my videos now, to take the mystery out of cooking. I just have always liked to do that because I've always been interested in cooking like interesting food that looks pretty, food that's interesting to eat, that's not just your, I don't know, basic meat, potato, vegetable on the plate. Like that does nothing for my creativity, you know? Mm-hmm. So, I get more excited about, like a really good enchilada, or like a jambalaya or something like that, like something that like an awesome like Asian noodle dish or something, just, food from all over the world. And some people would look at that type of food and think, oh, that's like fancy, or that's too hard to make. Like I would never even bother with that. I don't have hours to spend in the kitchen every night, And while sometimes it does take a little longer to make these dishes, I like to break down foods like this and show that it's actually not as hard as you think to make this stuff. Mm-hmm. It really isn't. So I would do that in my blog, and I would take step-by-step pictures of the different steps that I was taking to make the recipe, and then show you the final product. And it was, fairly successful, and I really had a good time doing it. Fast forward to the pandemic. And I'm at home a lot. And at first I started posting just on Facebook for really my friends, like, hey guys, I know a lot of you are cooking maybe when you haven't been in a long time, because no one was leaving their house at one point, like they weren't even eating out. So it was like, everybody's afraid to go anywhere. So we're all going to just start cooking our dinners every night. So I would post, pictures and, easy recipes of things that people could start to make. And then it kind of put it in my head, why don't you start doing YouTube videos? And it was something that I had thought about over the last couple of years, and then thought, I don't know if I would want to be on camera. I have no idea how I would do on camera. I don't even know how to edit video. Like, I don't know if I really want to do that. Maybe blogging is for me because I can write, I can take pictures, I'm done. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not like a star or anything. I don't need to be on TV, Well, I decided one night, I'm just going to try it. I'm going to grab my MacBook. I don't even have a camera, but there's like a webcam on my MacBook. I'm going to set it up. The quality's probably going to be shitty, but I'm just going to set it up and I'm going to attempt to edit it using iMovie on MacBook, which many people still use, and it actually surprisingly does pretty well for editing, but definitely like a beginner thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it all and uploaded it to YouTube and basically just put in, I think, the description of that video. And when I was kind of promoting it on all my social media, I said, you know what? I'm just seeing if I like this and if you all like this. So let me know what you think. And then we'll decide if I'm actually going to maybe try to do this. And I got really good feedback. I actually had fun doing it. And when I was watching it back, I was like, I think I did pretty good, like that's kind of cool. And like, I think I want to go to Best Buy and buy a camera tomorrow, so that's how it started.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, and I think that's the key part of it is you enjoy it. Like that's the piece that I think also just shows in your videos. You're clearly having a good time. You're not faking it. You're enjoying doing it. And really, I do like that they are idiot proof, so to speak. Like, again, I'm not a guy that's ever done much in the kitchen. But her videos definitely are very palpable. Like, they definitely are something that anybody can learn to make a dish with. And I've been fortunate enough to partake in the food twice now, from being in your videos.
Yeah.
And I was definitely the beneficiary of that. You do a very good job. So that's awesome. So then, so I actually, just as a creative person, I'm going to ask you this. So me as a creative person, I hate anything I've done like prior. Like, I look at it and it makes me cringe.
Yeah.
And like, that's one of the reasons why I don't go back and look at a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And is it the same for you? Like, your earlier videos, do you look back and you just go, what was I doing?
Well, yeah. Like, if I go back and look at my old food blog, it makes me cringe a bit because the photo quality is not great. And now I have my Juicy Joe, my love, that is, he does the camera work, he does the photos and all that, and it looks really good. I did not have him back then. So it's like, it was okay, but it wasn't anything that you're seeing now on blogs or anything like that. So I can barely look at my old blog, but there's some good stuff on there. It's just, forgive the horrible writing and the horrible photography, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like, I'll go back and watch, my first few videos, and I wouldn't call them cringy only because I look at them and I know exactly how I felt when I made them. And while the lighting is shit, it's way too dark, and the quality isn't the greatest. Plus, I wasn't editing it enough, so they're way too long. I'm like showing you every painstaking minute of my cooking. But it was a learning experience, and I'm better for making every one of those videos.
Well, yes, definitely. You always learn and build upon what you've done. I was just curious because I know, like, it's just because also part of my creative process when I do stuff is if I don't force myself to have a deadline, I will continue to tweak and try to perfect it and try to just keep going and pick it apart.
Yeah.
And I think that's what leads to, then you go back and you look at the old stuff and you're like, well, I should have done that. I could have done that. That's where I go with it.
Yeah.
It's an interesting process.
Yeah, I get that for sure.
But and to be clear, your earlier videos are great. I just wanted to know if like they're
aside from the quality,
yeah,
but
okay. But the content was there. So I didn't want to like make it sound like I was bashing that. I'm just from a personal perspective of looking at something and just it's hard to objectively look at your own stuff.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Yeah. But very good. Well, I'm glad that you met Juicy Joe. He was able to help up that quality a bit, and you guys can help me too. You guys help me with my videos, which is much appreciated.
Juicy Joe's filming this right now.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Hi, baby. And we met because of one of my videos.
Yeah. But let's hear that story.
In a nutshell, basically, I started to do these YouTube videos. And I don't know if this was like maybe the third or fourth video. I can't remember. I was starting to get into my groove. I had my new camera I bought, and so the quality was a little bit better. And anytime that I would record a video and I would upload it to YouTube, and then as I do now, I would share it out to Facebook and I think the other social medias as well, publicly, so that anybody that finds me, even if you're not friends with me on Facebook, you can see these videos. Well, Joe saw me and my video on Facebook, and he was interested in watching it and apparently liked what he saw. So he not only messaged me, but he shared my video to his friends, which I really appreciated. I thought was sweet, and so I thanked him for that. And we became friends on Facebook, started messaging back and forth, and soon after started talking on the phone, probably like hour every night.
Nice.
Getting to know each other, met, and the rest is history.
Well, good. That's always a nice story. So very good. Very good. So right now, so tell me, like, obviously you're creative and you're a content creator, but how do you view it, like from a business standpoint, from a like from administering it, trying to grow followers? Like, do you look through a different lens than you did in the beginning, trying to grow your channel? Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea what this all was going to entail at all. Like, I just thought, it would be fun making videos and posting them. And then everyone will watch, and I'm going to be famous. So
little did you know.
So it takes a hell long time to edit a video.
Yes.
When you have another job, a family, you like to go to yoga, you're having a life also, and then fitting this in. So it takes discipline in planning your schedule, constantly changing up your schedule to make it even more efficient so that you have more time to devote to editing, getting faster at editing, learning a new software. I'm now using Adobe Premiere Pro, just constantly trying to evolve the quality of the videos. Juicy Joe has played, just an amazing part in the quality of these videos going up, way up, because now I have someone actually filming me. I was always just setting a camera stationary, and that was it. And then if I needed another shot, I'd figure out how to get that shot somehow, and then begin filming again. This way, there's nice movement going on. He's getting the close-ups I need. He does this. He makes sure I'm all mic'd up, makes sure the lighting is good, takes great photos for thumbnails. It made so much of a difference. And it was cool to know that, he actually was very interested in doing it. Once I got over my nerves of having someone actually watching me do this.
Yeah. Oh, I get that. Cause it's very self-conscious, like, especially when you're doing it yourself, and to let somebody else in while you do that is definitely a new feeling.
Yeah. It surprised me how overwhelmed I felt that first time, because we were so very comfortable with each other, and we were living in this house. So we had already had a good relationship, decided to buy a house together, and we're here. We're in love. We trust each other.
Yeah.
He's okay. I'm going to film you. Okay. And then he turns on the camera, and I could not think of what I was going to say. And I just kept going blank. And I was always used to seeing myself, because I would have the camera, like the viewfinder flipped, so I could see myself. So I'm like, oh, how's my hair look? What do I, how are my gestures looking right now? It's so you can see yourself. And so we didn't have like an extra monitor or anything like that. He's filming me and looking at, the picture rather than me.
Yeah.
So I had to get used to just looking into the lens as I'm doing now, and not worrying about what I look like. I mean, you kind of just leave it to the universe. You've gotten ready. You're just going to be yourself, and you just perform. And he's there watching. And I'm pretty
Yes.
sure, I want to say it was Gus. It was one of the kids that were also standing there watching. And I'm just like, and I'm not a shy person.
Yep.
I'm pretty much an extrovert through and through. And so it was weird that I was getting nervous. And I'm just like, I just kept saying, I can't see myself. I don't know what to do. And it only took maybe like 10 minutes to get over it. And once we got through that video and I saw what it looked like when I was editing it, I was like, oh man, this looks so much better. Like, I'll get over it. It'll be fine.
Yes. Yes.
And we have so much fun doing it too. So it's just great, you know, being like a team, making this channel work.
Well, I think that's a huge piece of it too, is it helps that you guys have that common goal and want to help each other with the channel. And Joe likes to do the behind the scenes stuff, which complements your in front of the camera stuff. And you need to have that. Yeah. And it's good because it's another thing you guys can do to spend time together, to do together.
True.
And then it just helps make the product better.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So I think that's awesome. So when it comes to the promoting of the page, is that another beast that you weren't really ready for? Like with the extras, and we were talking earlier about doing more shorts to kind of get more content out in a more rapid pace.
Yeah. I'm still learning the social media game when it comes to growing an audience. My main goal right now is to bring as many people as possible over to YouTube. That's my main platform. But I post reels on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok when I have time, but I haven't like fully embraced TikTok. And I always tweet out on Twitter. I try to remember to go to Reddit, but I keep forgetting. But those are the main places. And I'm not focusing so much on, I'm glad more people are following me on the different platforms, but I'm working more towards just promoting the videos, bring you on over to YouTube, subscribe and all that stuff. So, the name of the game seems to be just consistency and volume of posting. Get out there on the stories, post reels and shorts all the time. Like, that short form content is so popular right now. It's almost, looking like that's what most people want to watch exclusively, but there is a market out there for the long form videos still. I know I consume it every single day. I love watching cooking videos and other types of videos on YouTube, and they're not 5 minutes long. Like, they can be 15 minutes, a half an hour, even longer. It just depends, so I would never that's my main interest, is to make those type of videos. But I also enjoy making the shorter videos, and I think that they complement the long form videos really well. And that's the strategy that I'm using right now. So far it's working out pretty well, but it seems to bring in more subscribers. So like I said, still feeling my way through it. Yeah. And it's probably it's going to be an ever evolving process.
Yeah, for sure. And I think any kind of venture like this is that, especially as audiences changes, they're what they want changes. One of the funnier things I've heard, but it's also true when it comes to content, is people's attention span today is either 30 seconds or 3 hours. Like, they'll either sit down for a 30-second video or they'll watch a 3-hour Joe Rogan podcast, but there's nothing in between. Everything in between is like, oh, but I don't have time for that.
Yeah, right.
It's weird.
That's easy to work with.
Yeah, exactly. So just slow cook a chicken, and that can be your whole video.
Oh
and
my god,
you'll get the most views ever.
Yeah,
I'm
great.
kidding.
Yeah.
But no, but no, that's awesome. So I know, like, the folks here can't see it, but you guys have a board up on your wall that you guys utilize. Tell me a little bit more about that board.
So we have a big whiteboard. It's in like the kitchenette area, a little bit, I think you can see, but Joe drew the YouTube play button up there. We use that board for brainstorming video ideas and things like that for our YouTube channel. We also use it within our family, just dinner ideas, or, hey, this person's got this goal. They wanted to put it up on the board so that it's up there. You can visualize it, and try to meet it.
Awesome.
We have our big goal up there to hit our first 1,000 subscribers, which we're getting quite close at doing. So just things like that we have up there. We're always using that board. And it helps with always coming up with new content. I don't think we've never like had a time where we're like, what the heck are we going to make a video about? It's usually like, we have 8 ideas. Which one do you want to do? Like, and I don't see that, ending anytime soon.
Well, and that's awesome. And that's the right way to do it. I mean, as soon as you have an idea, put it on the board.
Mm-hmm.
You won't forget it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've come up with the greatest idea ever to only forget it like 20 minutes later because I didn't write it down.
Yeah.
And by centralizing that, it gives you that. And I love the fact that you expand it to the family, and that the boys are able to set their goals too and put that on there. And I think it's a great lesson for them to learn very early on, because a lot of times most people go through, and I was like this for a while in my life, go through their life with no goal, no aim, and you're just kind of floating in space.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you blink and 5 years has passed and you haven't done anything.
Yeah.
But by utilizing a board like that, I think it's, and teaching your boys that, I think it's a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, Joe and I are both very goal-driven people,
mm-hmm.
and I don't think we'll ever stop trying to improve ourselves, which is why I know we found each other, because
mm-hmm.
we're the same type of person in that respect. I could never not try and be better,
Yeah. And you can't be with somebody that doesn't want to be better if you want to be better.
Right.
It just won't work.
No.
Because and I think that growth and new goals is important just for general happiness. I think that most misery stays in complacency. Like when you're sitting in a spot and you don't move,
mm-hmm.
and then you just get bitter and mad, and then it's everybody else's fault. And it's an easy cycle and trap to get into. Whereas if you're always finding new goals, always finding new things to strive for,
mm-hmm.
You definitely, there's just happiness in that. Yeah. At the end of the day, most studies even show that we get the joy out of the trying to attain something. That joy way outweighs actually obtaining it.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you obtain it, then what?
Then yeah.
What's next?
I've heard the same thing. And if you really think about it, that does feel like it's true, mm-hmm. like, yes, you want to reach that goal, obviously.
Yeah.
But okay, let's visualize, Tara the Foodie's got over 1,000 subscribers. Awesome. And the immediate next thought that I'm going to have is, let's get 2,000.
Yep.
Let's get 3,000. Like, I will be very excited about it.
Yes.
But then I will want more.
Yes, Exactly.
I just will, because I know the vision that I see for this channel, and it's not 1,000 subscribers; it's millions.
Well, yeah, but you have to start it out small and you chunk it out. But you're right, and I think that, and then that's great. I love that. I can relate to that, because I'm definitely very much a vision person. I can see the future. I can see what I want,
mm-hmm.
and where I need to work on, and I do work on, and I could hope to one day find a partner that is better at the detail side of things to help get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of where I struggle a little bit, but that vision, and that's it. You have to have that big vision, but then you have to also be able to break it down into bite-sized chunks,
mm-hmm.
so that you can get there.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the thing that a lot of people don't understand about success, and I don't care what it's in, is it's an iceberg. Like, you see like the huge spike when it finally happens. Like, mm-hmm. everybody around you sees that.
Yeah.
They don't see the huge amount of work and knowledge and things you had to learn and bumps and bruises you had to take to get there.
Yes.
They just think, oh, you just got it, you're lucky. No.
Right.
You put in the work, you laid out the plan, and you worked at it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So yeah, well, awesome. Well, this has been a great interview. I appreciate you for coming on. Again, check out that video that we did with her on her channel, mm-hmm. for the macaroni and cheese and the chicken, and just keep yourself looking out for more content from both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have a great day. Oh, like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
Have a
Do
great
that.
day. Her videos too.
Yeah. Thanks.
Have a great day for the fifth time.
Bye.